Hey, shalom, shalom. All right, before I get started with this lesson today, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect. All right. Now, in this lesson today, I don't have a title for today's lesson, but in this lesson, I just want to go into the topic I was meditating on today, on how Esau Edom, all right, the so-called white man, starting with the global banking elites, all right, who have rule and control over the world, all right, how they're not going to fulfill their NWO, all right, we can take comfort in that, us believers, that believe upon Yahweh by Shema Shai and hope to be of that hopeful number of the elect. We can take comfort in that, all right, because if you just imagine a society where Esau Edom actually fulfills his NWO or his enterprise here, as it says in Job 5:12, as we're going to get into. Just imagine a world with everybody chipped up, controlled, cybernetically enhanced with all types of technologies in their body. There's going to be a dystopian society, and if you imagine that society, it's how should I say it? That's a horrible society to live in. All right, but we can take comfort, all right, that soon, all right, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, is going to come back, all right, to put it into this place, to put it in, to Esau Edom's, all right, his crafty, all right, enterprise, his devices, all right, which is the NWO, with everybody, all right, being chipped. But we're gonna get into that. So let's get into Job 5 and verse 12. It reads, all right, he disappointed the devices of the crafty. Who is the he? The Heavenly Father. He's going to do that through his Son. Yahweh Shai is going to be the one to come back off of the order of his Father to basically put down all rule and authority. He's going to subdue all the nations, subdue all the kings of the nations, and the kingdom of Israel is going to be established on earth. All right? That's what Yahweh Shai is coming to do. All right? So it says, Job 5 and 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty. What does this word device mean? All right. Devices. It says a thought, device, a device, plan, purpose, invention. You see, and this is the plan of the wicked elite to fulfill their enterprise. And we're going to get into that enterprise real soon. But it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty. Right, and who's the crafty? Esau Edom, starting with the global banking elites. They're crafty. Matter of fact, I looked up this word here. I looked up in Google. What does it mean when someone is crafty? All right, and it says here, being crafty describes someone skillful at using clever, often dishonest, deceitful, or sly methods to achieve their goals. Does this not sound like this man, Esau Edom? All right, the global banking elites? All right. In order to achieve their goals, it doesn't matter how they get to their goal. As long as they get there, it doesn't matter if they use what, as it says here, dishonest, deceitful. All right. How should I say it? It doesn't matter if they use dishonest or deceitful or, wicked methods to achieve their goals. As long as they achieve their goal, all right, the NWO, they're good with it. All right. And so this man is a complete, all right, wicked, crafty man. It says he disappointed the devices of the crafty. All right, and so his slack. It says so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right, so the Lord is going to, let's read that in until he frustrates the plans of schemers, so the work of their hands will not succeed. And what's their ultimate enterprise? What's their ultimate work of their hands? All right, the NWO. All right, with everybody equipped with that MOTB. All right, the prophecy in Revelation 13 and 16. All right, the mark of the beast. All right, that's the RFID chip. And that's what Esau Edom wants. He wants everybody chipped. All right, let's prove that. All right, we're going to go to this right here. All right, this is like a little short, all right, between, all right, an interview between Aaron Russo, all right, and Alex Jones. And Aaron Russo was basically, speaking on this conversation that he had between, Aaron Russo and Nick Rockefeller. And Aaron Russo is basically telling that to Alex Jones, all right, and how he wants everybody, the plan of the wicked elite of this world, their plan is to have everybody chipped, And he's gonna say this, but let's play it.
So the ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal.
Who's the people? Who's the people? Esau, Edom. All right, the global banking elites. All right, and this is something that, and he's basing again. This is what Nick Rockefeller said. Aaron Russo is just, retelling it to Alex Jones.
To create a one world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers, where and they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them.
There you have it. That's their ultimate plan. Their ultimate new world order is to have everybody chipped. So Esau Edom can basically trace, track, and control everybody on the earth. All right, and that's his way of playing God on the earth, man. You see, but the Lord sees this and he's going to take them down. As it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Let's keep going.
All money is to be in those chips.
Right. No man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, right? Revelation 13:16.
Right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips.
He said this is what they want to accomplish. This is their NWO. This is their enterprise to have everybody chip and for money to go digital. And we're seeing money gradually becoming digital, all right, as days go by, as months go by. We're seeing the gradual changing of the society into a digital society. Money's become more cash money is becoming more obsolete and it's becoming digital. All right.
So
And that was pretty much it. But just to, Pastor Gabar always brings out that video, and it's very, a very edifying video. It shows you, all right, the wicked plan, all right, of the global elites is to control everybody, to surveillance everybody, to basically play God on earth. And the Lord, he doesn't like that. All right, that's why the Lord's going to take him out. All right, but let's get Job 20 real quick. Job 20 and verse 23. It says, Job 20 and 20. Well, yeah, let's get 23. Let's get to the point. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, who? The wicked. Who's the he? The wicked. All right, and we know that the wicked is Esau, Edom, pursuant to Malachi 1 and 4. All right, when he is about to fill his belly, what is his belly? All right, his desire, his ultimate plan. All right, let's see what this word belly means. What is it saying? Yeah, this is speaking of a literal belly, but it's not talking about a literal belly. It's speaking about a figurative belly, meaning what? Your plans, your how should I say? Yeah, your plans, your basically your desire, what you want, you know. But it says, and when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Well, what is that? The thermonuclear missiles. All right. Before this man can get a chance to really enjoy his NWO, his belly, guess what? The Heavenly Father is going to destroy him. All right, by way of thermonuclear missiles and by the chariots of Yahweh Shai. All right. It says he shall flee from the iron weapon and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Right. The thermonuclear missiles again. All right. So, and again, all right, us believers, we can take comfort in this. That eventually this man is going to be taken down. This complete reprobate, perverse, wicked individual, he's going to be taken down. All right, his rulership is going to be done with on this earth. He's not going to fulfill his belly. All right, and his belly is to have everybody chipped. He ain't going to have everybody on the earth chipped. All right, imagine that. Everybody, anybody that, rejected the chip, they were killed. And people that accepted it, now they chip. Now they're being tracked, traced, controlled everywhere. They're in a 15-minute city. They can't do anything unless they get permission from the government. All that. Imagine a society like that. That's no life to live, man. Man is supposed to. Man is put on this earth to be fruitful and multiply, to live. In Esau society, with this society that he wants, you ain't gonna be able to have as much kids as you want. He want to put a cap on that. Or you can only have that. You can't have kids. Or you can only have this amount of kids. Stuff like that. This man wants complete control over the people, man. Again, to play God. He's going to be able to do that through that MOTB, the RFID chip. But he ain't going to do it. All right? And we can take comfort in that. He ain't going to fulfill his belly. He isn't going to fulfill his enterprise, man. All right? So let's get 1 Corinthians. All right, going into Yahweh taking down this devil. All right, this is what we can take comfort in as believers. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 24. It reads, and then, let's see. We'll start at verse 23. It says, but every man in his own order, Hamashiach Yahushai, the first fruits, afterward they that are Hamashiachs at his coming. Then cometh the end, when he, who's that Yahushai, shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, right, to his Father, Yahweh. When he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power, for he must reign until he have put all enemies under his feet. And that's what Yahweh is coming to do. All right, Yahweh ain't coming back with kisses and sunshine and rainbows and, hugs and shit, man. Yahweh is coming back, and he's going straight to business, man. He's coming to take down Esau, Edom, starting with the global elites. He's coming to take down their system. He's coming to disappoint their enterprise. He's coming to do all that, man. He's coming back to kill, all right, to wage war against the kings of these nations, man. 1 Corinthians 15 and 24 NLT. After that, the end will come, when he will turn the kingdom over to the Most High the Father, having destroyed every ruler and authority and power. Right. Yahweh Shai is going to completely dismantle and destroy Esau Edom's power structure, his kingdom. All right. There's going to be no more throne for Esau Edom. He's going to be taken down, and he's going to come up. All right. The Israelites going to come up in that rule over the entire earth, and that's going to be a righteous rulership. All right. You best believe we ain't going to have no chips in everybody. All right. When the Israelites are ruling. Verse 25, it says, for Hamashiach must reign till he humbles all his enemies beneath his feet. There you have it, man. All right. And as 2 Ezra 6 and 9 says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. Esau is going to be the end of this current rulership of age, and Jacob's going to come up after that, man, which is the Israelites. So let's get Daniel, and we'll end it there, Lord willing. Let's get Daniel 7 and verse 25. All right, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, speaking about Esau Edom. All right, based in really his whole system. All right, with what should I say? Yeah, the beast, NATO and the EU. All right, with America riding on top of that beast, controlling the beast. All right, he shall speak great words against the Most High. All right, and what did Yuval Noah Harari say? Look, we don't need the God of the Bible. If God sends a drought, we can just make our own water. God sends a famine, we can make our own food. That's speaking great words against the Most High, basically exalting yourself above the Most High. And that's what these Edomites do. All right, the scriptures speak about Esau Edom's pride in Obadiah. All right, how the pride of thine heart have deceived thee. All right, so let's get into it. Keep going. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, speaking of Esau. All right, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Who are the saints of the Most High? The Israelites. All right, Psalms 50 and verse 5, I believe. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's prove that. All right, because you got a lot of people out there that don't know who the saints are, the true saints. You got a lot of people saying, well, the saints are anybody that believes upon Jesus. No, the saints are the Israelites. All right, let's get Psalms 50 and verse 5. It says, gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. You see, so who's the only nation of people that have made a covenant with the Heavenly Father by sacrifice? The Israelites. Going to Exodus, I believe the 24th chapter. It goes into that. All right, how the Israelites sacrificed, all right, made a covenant with the Heavenly Father. All right, so the same people, the nation of people that made a covenant with the Heavenly Father by sacrifice, those are the saints of the Most High. Okay, so let's go back in Daniel 7 and verse 25. All right, he shall speak great words against the Most High and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Right, and you had that. All right, through Esau, Edom, the so-called white man today, putting the Israelites in slavery. All right, it says, and the Israelites are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today. It says, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Verse 26, it says, but the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume it, to destroy it until the end. Right. Let's read that in NLT. It says, but then the court will pass judgment. Right. The Heavenly Father going to pass that judgment, and all his power will be taken away and completely destroyed. Right. And that's going to be done by Yahweh Shai and them thermonuclear missiles. Verse 27, KJV, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, the Israelites, starting with Yahweh Shai. All right, so when this devil's taking out a rule, Esau, Edom, guess what? Israel coming up. That's where you get 2 Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, Esau, Edom, he had dominion. He had the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven. He had the rule over the earth. And what did he do with it? He completely ruled the earth in wickedness. All right, and he basically oppressed the people of the world. But guess what? The Lord see all that, and he's going to put him down. He's going to take the kingdom from him. He's going to give it to what? The saints. All right, his people, the Israelites. All right, of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, right? All right, our kingdom, when it come up, guess what? It ain't going to be no end to it. All right, it's going to last forever and ever because it's going to be a righteous one. It says, and all dominions shall serve and obey him, right? So every nation of the earth, all right, are going to have to serve the Israelites, all right, for eternity. And that's it. All right, that's the end of the story, you know? That's the conclusion of the whole matter. All right, so that was pretty much it. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Just going back, all right, we can take comfort, all right, in knowing that eventually this devil will be taken down because it's already written. All right, the Heavenly Father had already established this before the foundation of the earth, that Esau, Edom will be taken down. He's not going to fulfill his enterprise. And we can take comfort in that, just knowing that, look, we already got the W. We got the win in the end. You know, we just got to play it out on earth. And Lord willing, we have that number of the elect, you know, to be saved, delivered, you know, have those new bodies in the chariots and not be destroyed. You know, but with that, just want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations unto the elect.